Many men don't realize the deeper meaning behind a woman's touch on their arm. Most guys assume that when a woman casually touches their arm, it's simply a friendly gesture. But the truth is, it's rarely that simple. Women often use touch in very intentional ways to assess attraction, build a connection, and sometimes even test your confidence. If you've been brushing it off as nothing, you could be overlooking a clear sign of interest. Let's take a closer look at what might actually be going on when a woman touches your arm. She's testing the waters. Imagine you're having a conversation, maybe telling a joke or sharing something funny, and out of nowhere, she lightly touches your arm while laughing. It seems like a small and innocent gesture, right? But there's actually more to it. For her, this touch is a low-risk way to test the waters and see how you react. Women are very observant when it comes to body language, and she's paying close attention to your response. Does it make you uncomfortable? Do you pull away or shy off? Or do you stay relaxed and receptive? If you don't react negatively and seem comfortable with it, she'll likely interpret that as a green light to continue getting closer. It's like a subtle experiment, testing how you feel about the physical closeness. No science lab involved, just unspoken chemistry. She's building a connection. Have you ever noticed that when people begin to bond, they often start mirroring each other's actions or behaviors? This is actually a natural thing that happens when we connect with someone. Women are especially attuned to this, and it's their way of expressing comfort and trust. When she touches your arm, it's more than just a friendly gesture. It's a way for her body to communicate that she feels at ease with you. It's a sign that she's starting to feel a sense of closeness and emotional connection. This touch is a silent but powerful way of saying, "I'm comfortable with you, and I feel safe." When a woman touches your arm, it's much more than a random act. It's a natural, instinctive behavior that helps build trust and deepen emotional connections. This simple gesture often carries multiple layers of meaning, and understanding it can give you important clues about how she feels. Let's explore this in detail. Imagine you're in the middle of an engaging conversation. If she casually touches your arm while you're talking, it's a sign that she's not just present, but genuinely interested in what you're saying. This isn't simply a friendly pat, it's her way of silently communicating that she's comfortable and connected with you. As the conversation flows and she feels more at ease, you might notice that these touches become more frequent, a natural progression as she grows closer to you. Building trust and connection. Physical touch is one of the most basic ways humans communicate. When a woman touches your arm, it can be an instinctive action meant to foster a sense of trust. This behavior is deeply embedded in our social interactions and serves as a non-verbal way to show that she feels safe and open in your presence. Essentially, her touch is a quiet invitation to share in a deeper emotional connection, emphasizing important points. Consider a moment when you're discussing something exciting or significant. Suddenly, she might reach out and gently place her hand on your arm. This isn't a random occurrence, it's her way of highlighting what she's saying. Much like an exclamation point in a sentence, her touch adds emphasis and helps drive home a key point. It tells you that she's not just speaking to fill the silence. She's emotionally invested in the conversation and wants to ensure you're fully tuned into the moment. Unconscious flirting. Sometimes, attraction works on a subconscious level. A woman might touch your arm instinctively because she's drawn to you, even if she hasn't fully processed her feelings yet. This kind of touch can be subtle and unplanned, emerging naturally from her body language. It's as if her subconscious is sending signals before her mind can catch up, indicating that she might be interested in more than just a friendly chat. Frequent, casual touches can therefore be a strong hint that she's experiencing a spark of attraction. Decoding the message. Every touch is a layered form of communication. On one hand, it builds trust by physically connecting you. On the other, it signals that she's comfortable and emotionally present. By paying close attention to the context, when, how often, and in what manner she touches your arm, you can start to decipher her intentions. Is the touch fleeting and light during moments of shared laughter, or is it more sustained when discussing something meaningful? These nuances can offer valuable insights into her feelings, a subtle invitation for closeness. Ultimately, the act of touching your arm is a subtle invitation. It's her way of bridging the gap between casual interaction and a more personal, intimate connection. Whether it's during a light-hearted moment or a deep, meaningful conversation, her touch serves as a silent language of its own. It suggests that she's comfortable with you and is interested in exploring a deeper connection. When you experience a woman touching your arm, don't dismiss it as merely a friendly gesture. Instead, consider it a multifaceted signal that she trusts you, is engaged in your conversation, and might even be flirting, sometimes without even realizing it. By understanding and appreciating the significance of these gestures, you can better interpret the subtle cues of her interest and connection. So next time her hand makes that light contact, remember that it could be the first step toward a deeper relationship, one built on mutual trust and genuine connection. When a woman touches your arm, it can signal far more than a simple friendly gesture. In many cases, this physical contact is a carefully calibrated behavior, a subtle language of its own that communicates deeper emotional messages. Let's explore in detail the various reasons behind this behavior and what it might mean for both of you. Building a deeper sense of closeness. One significant reason she may be touching your arm is to create a sense of closeness. This isn't accidental, it's rooted in our biology. When she touches your arm, her body naturally releases oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone. This hormone plays a crucial role in building trust and deepening emotional connections between people. The release of oxytocin makes interactions feel warmer, more personal, and significantly more memorable. Each time she touches you, even if it's just a brief contact, she is subconsciously reinforcing the connection between you. This repeated behavior indicates that she is not only comfortable with you, but is actively nurturing a sense of intimacy and trust. In many ways, her touch acts as a silent promise of safety and mutual understanding, laying the groundwork for a potentially deeper relationship, capturing and maintaining your attention. There are moments during a conversation when distractions can creep in and your mind might start to wander. If she notices that you're not fully engaged, she may use a light touch on your arm as a strategic tool to recapture your attention. This gesture serves as a gentle reminder that she values your presence and wants you to remain focused on the interaction. Think of it as a physical underline that emphasizes key points in the conversation, almost like adding an exclamation mark to a sentence. By bringing your attention back to the moment, she ensures that the emotional and intellectual exchange between you remains vibrant and connected. This simple act underscores how important the conversation is to her, and it subtly encourages you to be fully present and engaged in what she's saying. Gauging your reaction to build mutual understanding. Every physical gesture carries an unspoken message, and one of its most significant functions is to help her understand how you respond to her presence. When she touches your arm, it's not merely an arbitrary act. She is actively observing your reaction. Does your body lean in to reciprocate the closeness, or do you seem to tense up and pull away? Your reaction provides her with valuable feedback on your comfort level and interest. If you respond positively by leaning in, smiling, or mirroring her behavior, it sends a strong signal that you are receptive to her advances and comfortable with this type of intimacy. On the other hand, if you seem uncomfortable or detached, she might interpret that as a cue to dial back her approach. This careful observation allows her to adjust her behavior in real time, ensuring that any progression in your interaction is mutual and respectful. In this way, every touch becomes a subtle exchange of information, helping both of you navigate the delicate balance between friendliness and flirtation. Sending a subtle invitation to escalate the interaction. At times, a gentle touch on the arm is not just about maintaining a connection, it can also serve as an invitation for you to take a more active role in the relationship. When she lingers just a little longer with her touch or repeats the gesture, it may be her way of saying, "I enjoy this closeness, and I'd like to see where it could lead." This invitation is subtle but deliberate, offering you an open door to move things forward. Rather than using overt verbal cues, she relies on her body language to signal that she is interested in exploring a deeper connection. In essence, her repeated and intentional touches are an invitation for you to reciprocate with your own gestures, be it through subtle physical contact or a more engaging conversation. This silent call to action is designed to test the waters and encourage you to take the next step, all while keeping the interaction comfortable and natural. When a woman touches your arm, it is often a multi-layered signal. It can indicate that she feels a genuine sense of closeness, that she is focused on your interaction, and that she is curious about how you respond to her gestures. Whether it's to build trust through the release of oxytocin, to recapture your attention during a moment of distraction, to gauge your reaction and adjust her approach, or to subtly invite you to take the next step, it all speaks to a deeper level of emotional investment. Recognizing these signs can transform the way you interpret physical touch in your interactions. Instead of dismissing a light arm touch as a mere friendly gesture, consider it a meaningful form of communication that hints at her underlying interest. Each touch is an opportunity to deepen the connection and pave the way for a more intimate, rewarding relationship. Thank you for watching this detailed exploration of the subtle messages behind physical touch. If you've ever wondered why a simple touch on the arm feels so significant, now you know it's a well-orchestrated signal of closeness, attention, and even an invitation for more. Understanding these cues can empower you to build more meaningful connections and navigate your relationships with greater confidence. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more professional tips on communication, body language, and relationship-building strategies. Your support helps us create more content that matters. Remember, every gesture has a story. Learn to read them, and you can unlock the deeper connections waiting to be discovered. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.